Hi, everyone. I'm Katie Savinski, and I teach 7th and 8th grade wellness and 6th grade PE at Washington Middle School. This is my 4th year as a Bulldog and my 5th in the Olympia School District. I moved to Olympia after graduating from Western Washington University, which is also where I met my partner. I spend a lot of my downtime cuddling with our dog, Finley, rearranging and designing our physical classroom space, watching Olrain's soccer, reading, and listening to Hamilton. Let's talk 6th grade PE. Students will navigate through our PE class mostly through Schoology. When students log into Schoology and get to our PE course, they know that they log into our Zoom meetings here by clicking on this Zoom icon, and that they can email me by clicking on this Gmail icon. At the top of the list of assignments and folders is our weekly agenda. This is where students can see a preview of what is to come for the week. My course is organized into folders by week. I've put September all together as the list starts to get long after a while. In the week 5 folder, for example, you will see some step-by-step directions for what students are to do this week. Just this last week, we started our routine of completing 3 movement activities in the week. Before each movement activity, students complete this 5-minute warm-up, and then they are able to choose from all of these options for their 3 workouts. I ask them, especially now at the beginning of the quarter when we're all trying out something that's new to us, that they select 3 different choices each time. Students know to complete their movement activities Tuesday during class, Wednesday on their own time, and Friday during class. At the end of the week, and after their last workout on Friday, students then complete a movement reflection. I'll show you what this looks like. Students put in their last name, their first name, and then they tell me how many activities they did this week. 0, 1, 2, 3, or more than 3. Then students describe what activity they did on Tuesday during class and reflect on why they chose that activity, what they liked about it, what they would change or remove. They repeat the same for Wednesday and for Friday. Now, there are some final reflection questions where I ask students to think about what was their favorite movement activity this week and why. What was their least favorite and why? And overall, how they were doing this week and if they noticed anything different, whether positive or negative, after they completed their movement activity. These reflection questions stem from our overall goals in PE, which are for students to maintain positive associations with the movement of their bodies, to recognize that fitness is different for everyone and there's no one right way to be fit. And by doing different activities each week, they will find something that is enjoyable and sustainable for them. And reflecting on how their movement impacts their well-being, they will be able to adjust their workouts to meet their fitness goals. Students' PE grades are made up of the weekly reflections that I just showed. All of the weekly reflections are worth 3 points. To earn a 3 and meet standard for the week, students need to complete 2 to 3 plus movement activities, and they need their reflections to include thoughtful responses to the prompts. The weekly reflections are due on Fridays by 11:59 p.m., but students know that I also accept late submissions. Especially since this is just beginning, students have many questions about how to complete their movement activities for the week. The list of activities will change and adjust as we learn different kinds of exercises and workout styles. I strongly encourage all students to complete their movement activities during class. We will check in on Zoom every class period to clarify any questions that students have, but then they will be released from the Zoom to complete their workout. Students often wonder, I'm doing a sport. Do I need to do this workout? And I like to remind them that if we were in person in school, they would still be doing PE and not sitting out just because they play a sport. So please help me emphasize with students that these workouts are important to complete during class as much as possible. Now, some of these may be best completed outside of class depending on what the student's lifestyle is like, and that's okay. I just strongly encourage them to complete them on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays as assigned. Here's an overview of student expectations. On Tuesdays and Fridays during our class period, students should check in on Zoom. I will take attendance, answer any questions, and then students will be dismissed to complete their workout. Students complete 3 movement activities or workouts per week. They do one on Tuesday during class, one on Wednesday on their own time, and Friday in class. On Tuesdays, I will offer team activities, meaning that we will do some kind of movement activity together as a class, but students may still opt to complete an individual independent workout. Students choose their movement activities from the list provided and know that the activities will expand as we learn different workout styles. On Friday, after they complete their last movement activity, students complete their movement reflection. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you ever need to get a hold of me, email is the best way. I can be reached at Savinski, which is KSAVINSKI @osd.wednet.edu.